Covert narcissists tend to be more cunning with their manipulation and often portray themselves as the victim to avoid accountability. They rely heavily on guilt-tripping, shaming, confusion, and doubt to manipulate people. Following are 11 commonly used phrases covert narcissists use to get what they want. I'm joking. Claiming what they said was only a joke is one of the most common ways covert narcissists escape accountability. Or they claim it was only constructive criticism. Regardless of how hurtful or offensive their comments may be, the moment you confront them about their behavior, they act the victim who didn't know you are so sensitive to criticism or teasing. This puts you in a double bind, because if you let it be, they win. But if you stand your ground against their insults, they will portray you as a cruel person who attacks people who just have a bit of fun with you, or people who give you constructive criticism. The focus then shifts to your reactions rather than the narcissist insults or actions, and allows them to often escape without consequences. Sometimes they may even start sobbing or profusely apologize, which may cause you to feel guilty or ashamed for calling out their behavior. Their claims of only joking or giving you constructive criticism can cause confusion in you and make you wonder if you are not maybe overreacting, which can erode your belief in your right to defend yourself when others insult you. I didn't ask for your help. Narcissists have a deep need to believe they are superior to others and that they don't need anyone. Even a covert narcissist who acts like a victim and complains often does not want their problem solved, as it removes their way of getting attention. It may also remove their excuse for why they cannot do something or are not successful. If you help them without them asking you, they will often resent you for it. They may waste the food or money you give them, or refuse to use the item you bought them to help them out, such as an alarm clock, so that they can be on time. They may hit back with, I didn't ask for your help, or I don't need your help. This can be very frustrating, especially if you see the children or partner of a narcissist suffer, while the narcissist seems to be unable to or unwilling to do something about their situation. This tactic is often used when you try to point out how much you have done for a narcissist or ask for a favor back. You may have helped them for years when they complain about something and you just fix it or give them support without them asking for it or thanking you for it. When you finally had enough of being used without them recognizing what you did for them, they just turn around and say, I never asked you to help me. This way they get away without needing to thank you or owe you anything, as well as hold on to their belief that they are superior to you and that they never needed you because they never asked you for help, or that they did not need to ask you because it is your duty to help them. It can even reinforce their belief that they are special and that you did all the things for them because they deserve it, because they are so special or have suffered so much that everyone on the planet owes them. Sometimes they may surprise you by paying for something without you asking them, like a cheap takeout or a few items you want to buy. When you thank them for it, they may reply with, oh, it is for all the help you did for me, as if this small act of kindness is sufficient to repay you, and now they don't owe you anything anymore, including an actual thank you. You are so selfish. Narcissists believe they are entitled to anything they want and that no one has a right to say no to them. If you say no to them, they believe you are denying what is owed to them and neglecting your duty to give to them. They may even believe that you are stabbing them in the back if you say no to them, as often they believe you do it on purpose and not because you have a valid reason to say no. They also often believe that anything you have is theirs, or that they made you, or that you could not have been where you are in life without them. Thus, they feel you owe them everything in life, and that if you do not give them what they want, then you are selfish and ungrateful for what they have done for you. Even if they abused or neglected you, they must still believe that it somehow made you a stronger person, and that's why you are successful. So they did you a favor by abusing you, and now you owe them. Their entitlement and need to be special and better than others do not allow them to see other people's needs as more important than theirs, for that implies the other person is more important than the narcissist. Their lack of concern or care, as well as their lack of empathy for others, also do not allow them to understand or care to understand the other person's situation and how the narcissist demands affect the person. Their thinking often resembles that of an entitled 4-year-old who just cannot comprehend that other people have feelings, needs, dreams, and wants, and that the narcissist is not the most important thing in other people's lives. Saying no to a narcissist can also make them feel that they lost control over you, and that you will abandon them and possibly even expose them and their abuse. They may also fear that they are no longer able to control other people and that everyone will abandon them. Thus, they may lash out at you or try to make you feel guilty or ashamed in order to get you to comply with their wishes so that they can feel they are still in control in order to suppress their insecurities. Their actions can then be more about regaining control rather than getting what they wanted in the first place, which is often why their actions may seem so over the top and their anger and the way they treat you so out of context for the simple thing you said no to, or even just because you disagreed about a simple thing. You don't love me anymore. Narcissists often believe that your love or care for them is reflected in what you do for them. When they feel that you are no longer providing the attention, validation, and resources they believe they deserve, or they grew accustomed to what you give them, they may accuse you of no longer loving them or caring about them to guilt trip you into giving them more attention and resources. They may even use it to justify their abusive behaviors or for cheating on you by claiming you no longer give them what they need, so they needed to get it elsewhere, or that they are only abusive to you because you purposefully neglect them. They may also use this tactic to claim that the reason they are not changing, even if they are in a self-help program, is because you don't support them enough, which is a convenient way for them to avoid changing or taking responsibilities for their actions. As long as they can shift the blame for their behaviors, they have no reason to change. No one appreciates me or what I do. Sometimes the covert narcissist does not directly want to accuse you of no longer giving them the praise, validation, and resources they think they are entitled to. Thus, they do it indirectly by claiming no one, which includes you, appreciates them or what they do. It can even be a warning to you if they plan to leave you, so that when they do leave you, they can justify to themselves that you are the bad person for not living up to their expectations, and thus they had to leave you to find someone who would give them what they think they deserve. The problem is that since they never make their needs known, it is almost guaranteed that they will be disappointed. This tactic is also sometimes used to play the victim and avoid accountability for when they did something that you are unhappy with. They may go into your room and without your permission throw some of your stuff away out of spite. When you get angry, they act the victim and claim that they just wanted to help you clean up and that no one ever appreciates them. They can then accuse you of not appreciating all the other things they do for you, which is done to take the focus away from the actions they did to hurt you. I didn't say or do that. Narcissists struggle to accept that they made mistakes, are flawed, or that their actions could cause any negative consequences for them, or that their situation is as a result of their actions, or that they caused you harm in any way. For that means they are not perfect and superior to others. To maintain their image, they have a deep need to shift blame to others. Thus, denial is often one of the first things they will do when their actions are brought to light. It does not matter if you have physical proof of what they did or said. They will deny that as well, claim the evidence is fake, or just destroy the evidence and then ask you with a smirk, "Where is your evidence?" They may also shift the focus off their actions and onto you by accusing you of spying on them or being paranoid for recording them instead of owning up or addressing their behaviors. They may also start to gaslight you by not only denying what they said or did, but try to convince you of an alternative reality, such as claiming you heard them wrong, misunderstood them, or what you saw was not what you think, and then spin you a lie to get you to accept what they want you to believe. You will often find that they will go to extreme lengths to deny any wrongdoing, as their insecurities can make them fear that if people see them as flawed, that people will abandon them. Thus, you pointing out their flaws or mistakes can cause extreme negative feelings and even dread in them that they do not know how to deal with. Can't you give it a rest? Narcissists think that if they decided a discussion is over, then that should be the end of it. If you bring the subject up again, instead of addressing your concerns, they turn around and accuse you of not being able to let something go, or you just trying to start an argument. They may give you a fake apology, such as just saying, "I'm sorry," or "I'm sorry you feel that way," and then expect that it is enough and you must just drop the subject, no matter what they did to you. Even if they damage your property, they expect not to need to make things right with you and will often get angry when they are held accountable for their actions. By claiming you just want to start an argument, they dismiss your concerns as well as minimize the abuse you suffered as trivial, thus, in essence saying that you are overreacting. Many covert narcissists will push your buttons with backhanded compliments, insults, accusations, or purposefully damaging your stuff and claiming it was an accident. And the moment you get upset, they play the victim and walk away or refuse to communicate any further. If you later want to address what they did, they may tell you, "I'm over it," as if you did something to them. And when you press the issue, they claim you just want to start a fight to shut you down. Over time, they can gaslight you into feeling ashamed or guilty for bringing up issues you have, or even that the drama in the relationship is your fault. You are insecure. Narcissists are hypocrites with double standards. They can do things that you are not allowed to do. They will often demand control over you, where they must know at all times where you are and who you are with, while they can move around freely. Frequently they claim that it is for your safety, that they know every movement of yours every second of the day. But in reality, it is their insecurities, fear of abandonment, and need for control. If you want to know where they have been or with who, they will often call you insecure and not trusting them. Sometimes they may even flirt openly in front of you with servers or strangers, and if you say something, they claim you are insecure or jealous. They may even go on dates with people of the opposite sex and claim they are only friends with the person. Any concerns you have are then brushed aside as you being jealous and insecure. If you refuse to submit to their level of control and scrutiny over your movements, they often accuse you of having an affair and trying to hide things from them. But if you want to know their movements, they also accuse you of having an affair, and that is why you want to know where they are, so that you don't get caught out. Frequently, what the narcissist accuses you of doing is what they have, are, or want to do. Why can't you be more like X? A classic way to devalue you is to compare you negatively to someone else. This can be to evade responsibility for their actions by claiming someone else never had a problem with them, or get you to do more by claiming someone else does so much more than you for the narcissist. Or it may be to make you afraid of losing the narcissist, such as claiming that their ex was so much better than you and then later saying that their ex wants them back. This comparison is called triangulation and is often used by narcissists to pit you against someone else to compete for the attention of a narcissist. The aim is to make you feel like you are coming up short and that someone else is giving the narcissist what they want. Thus, you may lose the attention and validation of a narcissist, or the narcissist may even leave you. This only works properly if you have been made to believe you need the narcissist validation and fear someone else taking your place. The brilliance of this statement for the narcissist is that they can just say that you failed them without saying specifically what. Thus, you will go out of your way to impress them and do things for them while they keep on moving the goalpost and claiming you still fall short. You may even be competing against a made-up ex of theirs who supposedly wants them back and stalks them when it is all a lie to extract as much resources out of you as they can. Often the narcissist will dump you when someone else with more resources than you, or someone who excites the narcissist with new validation and attention, comes along. You are imagining things. This statement is part of gaslighting you, where the narcissist denies things straight to your face while also trying to make you believe that there is something wrong with you, in that what you think you saw, you imagined or hallucinated. They may even say that you are crazy and need help. Here the narcissist doesn't just want to deny what they said or did, or give you an alternative explanation, such as you misheard or misunderstood them, but they want to make you believe that you are losing your mind and cannot trust your own memory, mind, and experiences. They want to break your confidence down in yourself as well as make you believe you no longer can trust yourself with anything, so that they can take full control of your life and possibly finances. Over time, they may start to take over your paycheck and run the finances, as you cannot be trusted, even if you are the sole provider. They may even get you to sign over your house or business or other assets to them. This gives them full control over your life and assures them that you will not leave them. However, often they leave and take everything. This tactic is unfortunately frequently done to elderly people in order to gain access to their pension or savings and other assets. If you leave me, I will suffer. Narcissists may claim that you will never find someone as good as them, or that no one will ever love you, in hopes that your fear of being forever alone will make you stay in the relationship. However, covert narcissists love to play the victim and use guilt-tripping or shaming by claiming that if you leave them, they will suffer, and that their suffering will be all your fault. Thus, you are a horrible person if you leave them, even though they abuse you. They may on purpose sabotage their career so that they are financially dependent on you, or may on purpose sabotage their health with poor eating and poorly taking care of themselves, and may even fake an illness to claim that they cannot take care of themselves and will possibly die if you leave them. Some may even claim that they will hurt themselves if you leave them and that their death will be your fault, or they may try to make you feel guilty for putting them out on the street. This is emotional blackmail. You are not responsible for their actions or responsible for stopping them from harming themselves, nor are you obligated to take care of a person who abuses you. Watch a video suggested to you now to discover one of the most powerful and destructive manipulation tactics narcissists use, called whataboutism.